Welcome to Gold Talks. On these little clips, we're going to meet some very interesting people that are going to connect sports, football particularly, and mental health and wellness. I hope you enjoy. Welcome to Gold Talks. Today, like always, we like to have a conversation with a special guest about mental health and sport, which are the pillars of the Gold Initiatives Foundation. Today, we have Rob Nadler. It's Nadler? No, it's Nadler. Why are you crossing your head? Anyways.
It's Nadler.
I had it right.
Nadler. Yeah. That's okay.
Either way, we are very pleased to have this gentleman here to talk to us about mental health and sport. And I am not editing this, so thank you, Rob. Thank you for joining us, sir.
My pleasure. It's great to be here.
All right. So the question is, and something that's very important for us, is to continuously have the conversation about mental health and sport, and specifically mental health and the use of it with soccer and getting the blood going, getting your mind focused on other things. So my question to you today is, have you ever used the game itself or sport in general at this point to help you through a situation? Either you're in a bad mood, either you've had something personal happen, a business dealing, somewhere where you weren't able to immediately deal with the situation at hand, maybe something, a food issue, a drug issue, an alcohol issue. I mean, again, it's a very broad brush when we talk about mental health and things that boys and girls are dealing with all the time, right? Anxiety. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. But the idea of using the activity to help you sort of disconnect and then refocus, or have you lend a shoulder or an ear or been there for somebody that really needed that and it was at a sport moment?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think all of the above is the short version of the answer. There's so many stories that I could share. One of them, I think, is the other. I was grading a black belt test back in December of last year. I'm a black belt in Taekwondo, and there was a 14 or 15-year-old with some emotional challenges who was testing for his black belt, and he just got in his own head midway through something that he was doing, and he couldn't do it. He just had a block. And he walked off and he turned to the master and he said, "I can't do it." And he said, "Well, you have to do this in order to pass your black belt test." And he says, "Then I guess I won't pass my black belt test." And, Master Farah, our instructor and the owner of the club, in front of everybody, there's 50, 60, 70 people watching, talked him through it and said, take your time. You've done this a million times before. Don't look around at the people around you. Inside your own head, imagine going through this and doing it and achieving it. And, this went on for probably, 30 or 40 seconds, but it felt like 10 minutes. And this kid stepped up and he ended up doing better than I've ever seen him do before. It was absolutely incredible. And it was all about being able to use the sport, or in this case, the martial art, to focus and to basically tune out everything that was in the background and to be able to get through something that was very difficult. So that was incredible for me to witness. And I've talked about this several times since. Sport is so important for everybody, and especially for people who have emotional issues, or if they have ADHD or ADD or any of those things. It's an incredible way to create a level of focus and drive. It's quite fascinating.
Amazing. Yeah. And I know it's a subject. Again, this is a short, quick sort of response to obviously a very topical subject, broad, and there's lots to dig into. But I myself as well, just like you just said, I've witnessed it. I've used it. There is no doubt the power of using sport, and specifically in the foundation, in the Goal Initiative Foundation's directive, using soccer to sort of get that home is right on point. And I appreciate you joining us today and giving us, your sort of, I know you could dig in, but your brief answer with the best last name in Canada. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks, Paul.
Ciao, bud.